Audio Jungle.
You know what it is. You know what it is. It's your boy Malcolm Sully, and this is the Malcolm Sully Show. So let's get it all in perspective. But wait, before we go any further, don't forget, click that like and that subscribe button. I highly appreciate it. Okay. I didn't want to talk about the school shooting in Texas. It's just too much for me, and I don't like to get as angry as I would about something like that. So I try to stay away from it. But DL Hughley has some great words, and I want to share those words. Then I'm going to come back and talk about my perspective on his perspective and the situation.
How many times have I sat in my parents' chair and asked how many times have we witnessed tragedies like this? How many times since we've been broadcasting have I done it? I can't even count how many times it's happened. One thing is abundantly clear, and it becomes clearer and clearer each and every time a tragedy like this happens. One is that America doesn't give a damn. We can stop pretending like we do. If the same fervor that people tried to take slavery, CRT out of school, or trying to make sure that masks can't be worn in school. Isn't it funny? Texas didn't want them to get shot, but they'll let them get shot. And it's clear that they don't care about its old people. It's clear that America cares about all the people who vote in the greatest numbers care about one thing, and that is their right to have these kinds of weapons. In any incarnation, it is either guns, God, and country, or guns, God, and family. Either it goes, they put it above their family. The idea that we will let children be slaughtered and old people be slaughtered and do nothing is obscene, but it is quintessentially American. Nothing is America than doing nothing. We will solve all the problems we don't have and do very little about the ones we do. And these prayers that we are so used to, why are you praying for the same thing over and over again? You don't need to ask God for the same thing. God hears you the first time. And the people who yell freedom the most only want the freedom to carry a gun and to tell a woman what she can do with her body. Since Sandy Hook, which is, I think there's no doubt when America, any inkling of soul America once thought it had was gone that day when it allowed all those children to be slaughtered and nobody do anything about it. You know what's happened as a result of those children being slaughtered in Sandy Hook? The result of that is we've got mass shooter drills. You know what that entails? That entails teachers and children barricading doors, and if the door is breached, then the children that are closest to the door throw things up in the air, make noises to distract the gunmen so the other kids can get away. So the best we have is that our children will sacrifice for their fellow classmates, but we won't. We won't even ask politicians to sacrifice their jobs. We won't let corporations to sacrifice their profits. We'll ask children to sacrifice their lives, and that's the best thing we've gotten. That was our response to Sandy Hook. Our response to another such tragedy was to put the onus on children. The children we don't want to learn about our history. The children we don't want to have shots. The children we don't want to wear masks. And we always throw God. God gave Samson the jawbone of an ass. He didn't give asses AR-15s. But what we've decided to do is put the onus on children to save their own lives. We've decided that mass shooting drills are the best we can do. When the Bible says, and a child shall lead them, I don't think it means in a fight for their own lives.
But my whole thing is, the killer entered the school at 11:40, okay, a.m. By 11:44 a.m., police entered. They took fire from the kid and they fled. He wasn't killed until 12:45. An hour later, once SWAT and Special Task Force went in to kill him. And that's the problem. The police quick to kill unarmed black men and women and people of color all the time. But when it's somebody else with a gun, they don't want no trouble. They don't want no trouble. How, as a man, you stand outside with other men with guns, trained? This little boy won't train. You train to kill. You stand outside of school and let children die. Not high schoolers, not junior high, elementary kids, little babies. 6, 7, 8 years old. You let them get murdered. You can hear them screaming. And these are the same cowards that vote for gun rights, my right to bear arms. But that's the thing I've been saying all the time. Every coward that loves these gun laws and want to walk around with a gun on their hip, they bitches. They scared. They scared men. That's why they need to have a gun everywhere they go. That's why they have to have machine guns in their house. I need to protect my house. If you got a 38, you should be. That's another protect your house. A 38 will kill somebody easily. 38's been killing people longer than machine guns have, because 38's been out longer. Revolvers been out since the cowboy days. Revolvers, so they've been killing people forever. So we need to protect your home. A revolver will protect your home. You don't need no damn gun that shoot 100 times. But nah, the Constitution give me the right to bear arms. People act like the Constitution was written by God. It was written by white slave owners and racist ass white men. That's who wrote the Constitution. I'm sorry, that's a fact. So those are the people I'm supposed to let decide what's going on now in the world? Somebody who wrote some shit 500 years ago? I mean, I'm probably wrong on the time, but it doesn't matter when he wrote it. That's not the point. And I couldn't understand the parents. There were parents outside while this was going on. Now listen, I'm not saying I'm the toughest, roughest, dun-dada, but if I'm outside a school with my kid in there, my daughter, as a gunman, the police have to kill me. They have to shoot me dead because I'm going in that damn school. I'm either taking one of their guns, or I'm going in without a gun, or I already have my gun with me. It doesn't matter. I'm going into school. I'm sorry. I'm going into school. You will not kill my daughter. Not without a fight from me. I'm not blaming the parents. I just couldn't understand how they were standing outside crying, thinking that these police gave a damn about them. Because what people are not saying about this whole situation is, if you look at those pictures of the children and you look at the pictures of the parents, why do you think they want the concern? Look at the officers. Tell me the difference if you don't see the difference. If you don't see the difference, I tell you. Look like all those children were Spanish. I'm not 100%, but they all look Spanish to me. I only seen one girl that may be Caucasian, but again, she may be Spanish. And all the parents they've talked to were Spanish. The teacher was Spanish. You saw all them police outside, all them white men in Texas. You think they gave a damn? If they did, it would have ran into school. How you got a bulletproof vest, a gun, and 30 of y'all But y'all won't run into a school with one dude with a gun. Goddamn cowards. I gotta let this go. I'm getting too angry. Yo, tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe. Check me out. I'm your boy Malcolm Sully. This is the Malcolm Sully Show. And I'm out. Bye!
Audio Jungle.